passing of former President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Benjamin William Mkapa. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. First, the national news. Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa has announced that a national last respect of former President of the third phase government, Benjamin William Mkapa, will be held on Tuesday, 28th July at the Uhuru Stadium in Dar es Salaam, and that he will be laid to rest at Lupaso village, Masasi district in Mtwara region on 29th of July.
Lakini tutatoa fursa kwa Watanzania wote kuanzia Jumapili kwa shughuli za kuaga.
We will give an opportunity to all Tanzanians from this Sunday to bid him farewell at the National Stadium in Dar es Salaam, and this will take place for 3 days from the 26th to the 28th. That is from Sunday to Tuesday. On Sunday from 10 a.m., Roman Catholic Church will hold a mass which will allow the residents of Dar es Salaam to say their goodbye. But any other Tanzanian who will be in Dar es Salaam will also have an opportunity to do so after Mass.
President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. John Magufuli, has announced 7 days of national mourning as from Friday, 24th July, following the death of the former president of the third phase government, Benjamin William Mkapa, which occurred last night in Dar es Salaam.
Usiku wa kuamkia leo tumepata kwa masikitiko makubwa, tumepata msiba mkubwa.
We have received with great sadness the passing of Honorable Benjamin William Mkapa, the president of the third government. He passed away at a hospital in Dar es Salaam where he was admitted. I ask Tanzanians to accept this. This is a big loss. We must keep praying for the retired president, Benjamin William Mkapa, who has gone before us.
Benjamin William Mkapa was born at Ndanda Mission Hospital on 12th of November 1938, being the last born in his family. His home village in Lupaso, Masasi district, Ruvuma, Mtwara region. Here are more details.
He got his primary education at a Catholic school at Lupaso village, where his father, William Matwani, was the catechist and teacher, while his mother was a housewife. Benjamin Mkapa joined Ndanda Secondary School in 1948, and after 3 years, his headmaster recommended him to join Kigonsera Seminary, which was run by the Benedictine priests in Ruvuma region, so that he can become a priest. When he graduated in 1957, he joined St. Francis College in Pugu, Dar es Salaam, and that is when his interest in politics began. After he passed his Cambridge examinations, Benjamin Mkapa joined Makerere University in 1959 and graduated in 1962, 1 year after the independence of Tanganyika. He first started employment as a district officer in Dodoma district, where he worked for a brief period before going to Columbia University in the United States of America to study international diplomacy. In 1963, Benjamin Mkapa worked for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on African issues, where he had the opportunity to meet the father of the nation, Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, during the liberation struggle in Africa. He was later appointed as executive editor of government newspaper, Kazi, which enabled him to attend the Central Committee meetings of TANU Party, whereby in 1972 he was appointed as the first editor of the English government newspaper, Daily News. In his marriage to Anna, he had 2 children, Stefan in 1967 and Nicholas in 1969. Benjamin Mkapa held various posts in the government under the first president of Tanzania, Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, second president Ali Hassan Mwinyi, before he was elected into office after the multi-party election 1995 under the CCM ticket. After retiring, Benjamin Mkapa continued to engage in peace resolution in Burundi, HIV/AIDS campaigns, and he also started his foundation, which dealt with improving health services, particularly in peripheral areas. Benjamin Mkapa has left his legacy in his book, My Life, My Purpose, which was launched on 12th November 2019 in Dar es Salaam by President Dr. John Magufuli at an occasion attended by former Presidents Ali Hassan Mwinyi and Dr. Jakaya Kikwete.
May his soul rest in eternal peace. Amen. And the President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Ali Mohammed Shein, has sent his condolences to President Dr. John Magufuli following the death of retired President Benjamin Mkapa. President Shein said that he and the people of Zanzibar have received news on the death of retired President Benjamin Mkapa with great shock, especially as they had been together at the recent CCM National Executive Council meeting in Dodoma to vote Dr. John Magufuli as CCM's presidential candidate in the coming general elections.
Mzee Mkapa amenipa heshima kubwa. Nafasi ile sikuitarajia.
Honorable Mkapa gave me a prominent position that I did not expect, but he decided to do so out of his own free will, so I could assist him in his job. Honorable Benjamin William Mkapa, we are grateful to you for making that decision.
Mema ambayo utayazungumza yasijaze kitabu.
There is a lot of good that he has done. He was a very patient man. He spoke against mismanagement of public resources. He also defended our country against any nation that tried to rob us of our natural resources.
Mzee Mkapa ambaye sisi tulokuwa karibu naye wengi bahati mbaya tunamuita Ben.
We worked closely for about 2 to 3 years, more so at the Daily News, whereby he was my editor. He was very close to reporters.
Various retired leaders in the country have said Benjamin Mkapa will be remembered for how he put patriotism in the forefront. They made their comments when they graced their condolences to the family of the late Benjamin Mkapa at his residence in Dar es Salaam.
Kipindi sasa tunakumbuka kule korosho na tumbako na kahawa tulikwenda sana. Of course kingine
we made a lot of progress in cashewnut, coffee and tobacco. He also built a stadium, but he was transparent and consistent too.
Ni mtu ambaye taifa hili litamkumbuka sana.
He will be dearly missed. He worked so hard. His government was transparent, so people could understand what it was that the government was doing.
Aliingia wakati nchi ikiwa na matatizo sana.
He came in at a time when the country was facing a lot of problems. The East African community had broken up and we were forced to form companies afresh, which was not easy.
And the government in Mtwara region has started preparations for the burial of retired President Benjamin Mkapa, with residents saying they will remember him for the role he played in maintaining peace in the country.
Kwenye taifa tumeondokewa na baba na mlezi. Kwa hiyo ni msiba mkubwa sana. Kwa hiyo pokeeni pole kwanza za wana Mtwara, lakini kama mlivyoona kwenye vyombo vya habari, Mheshimiwa Rais akitangaza msiba huo ni msiba mkubwa wa kitaifa. Lengo lililotuleta hapa ni kufanya maandalizi, na tumeambiwa kwamba marehemu alishasema atazikwa hapa.
Lakini Mzee Mkapa amejaliwa kuwa na hekima, busara ya kuonyesha jinsi ya maisha hapa duniani. Baada ya kustaafu alituzoesha kuja hapa angalau mara 2 kwa mwaka. Alikuwa anakuja wakati wa Christmas na alikuwa anakuja wakati wa Pasaka.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows next. And And in international news, President Uhuru Kenyatta has led Kenyans in expressing condolences following the death of former Tanzanian President of the Third Phase Government, Benjamin Mkapa. In his message, President Kenyatta described the late Mr. Mkapa as an outstanding East African who worked tirelessly for the integration, peace and progress of the region. President Uhuru Kenyatta has announced 3 days of mourning following the death of former President Benjamin Mkapa.
Rais wa Tanzania miaka 10. Katika miaka hiyo 10, miaka 7 nilikuwa nafanya kazi na Rais Moi.
Kama kweli naweza sema sio Tanzania wamempoteza, hata wa Kenya sisi tumepoteza.
Honestly, not only Tanzania has lost a great leader, but even Kenyans have lost a person who brought peace in Kenya. If it was not him, where could we have been? Indeed, he was a phenomenal leader, because even in his country, he fostered for good political environment between CCM, the ruling party, and opposition parties. He will be missed by African countries for peacekeeping missions that he led.
Alisaidia Kenya. Alikuwa na umoja.
The late Benjamin Mkapa helped Kenya to oversee and overcome its political challenges. He was the man who wanted to see unity and love prevail in Africa and the world at large. He was one among few leaders who ensured that Kenya is hostile-free and racial-free. All we can do right now is pray for him to rest in eternal peace. In Democratic Republic of Congo, various politicians have expressed their condolences following the death of former President of Tanzania, Benjamin Mkapa, where they said he had been an exemplary leader.
Benjamin Mkapa alipangilia kazi ya...
The late Benjamin Mkapa contributed a lot in bringing unity in Democratic Republic of Congo and led fights against corruption, with Dr. John Pombe Magufuli carrying the legacy on because of good mentorship that he received from the former President Benjamin Mkapa. There are a lot of things that I remember about him, but I can't leave aside the fact that he participated in raising the flag of Pan-Africa higher.
Tungelipenda kuona walida.
We would like to see political leaders in Africa to follow footsteps of the late Benjamin Mkapa. The late Mkapa's vision was to see Africa embroidered with peace and security, for African countries to develop further, grow their economies. He set good examples for African leaders to rule their countries democratically for the benefit of their countries and the continent at large. And in Burundi, various political leaders have expressed a sorrow following the death of the former president of the Third Phase Government of Tanzania, Benjamin Mkapa, saying he will be remembered for the key role he played as a peace negotiator for Burundi's conflicts.
Raisi Mkapa namkumbuka sana juu ametusaidia sana kwa mikutano tu.
The late Mkapa helped us in restoring peace in Burundi through Arusha Declaration. He was indeed a peacemaking leader, determined to put an end on issues of insecurity and unify African countries. And that is the end of international news. Business news follows shortly.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
Business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production, infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news tonight, the chairperson of the Agricultural Council of Tanzania, Dr. Jacqueline Mkindi, has said retired President Benjamin Mkapa will be remembered for his contribution in developing the agriculture sector by starting various systems which brought about the rapid development of Tanzanians. Authorities were introduced by the government and are still working to date, making Tanzanians benefit in all sectors. He laid marvelous foundations in growing our economy, private sector, especially in agriculture.
Mkapa. Ukweli tunamkumbuka Rais Mkapa kwa mambo mazuri makubwa aliyoyafanya.
We shall always remember the late Mkapa for his good deeds. He was the first person to introduce privatization for the purpose of building industrial economy in our country, building the biggest stadium in East Africa. He introduced free education to primary schools in Tanzania, as well as pay domestic loans alongside his democratic leadership. The process to establish an oil palm processing plant in Kigoma region is underway, with Kitwanga Prison saying collaboration with Tanzania Agriculture Research Institute TARI will make the crop more productive. There are 20 hectares to be used for palm farming and establish a processing plant. We're looking forward to use these seedlings so that we could manage high demands of palm oil. This process is done in collaboration with research experts. Despite all these efforts, we're still facing the challenge of water. And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Joaquinho, he did lose to Lynn.
Welcome back, and in sports news tonight, sports stakeholders are mourning the passing of former President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Benjamin Mkapa, saying he will be remembered for building the national stadium in Dar es Salaam.
During his time in 2003, he ordered for a sports stadium to be constructed. And so, the construction of this huge sports facility in East Africa was due to his efforts. We will always remember this in our lives, and it is a huge thing that Mzee Mkapa has left for us, especially in the sports sector.
Now, senior Olympic official John Coates has reiterated that Tokyo must stage a simplified Summer Games next year, with the health and safety of athletes being important consideration in the planning.
Reports an Australian heads up the International Olympic Committee's Coordination Commission for the Tokyo 2020 Games, which have been postponed until 2021 because of the global COVID-19 pandemic. The senior Olympic official wrote that putting in place countermeasures against COVID-19 will be no easy task, but welcomed the top-level commitment from the Japanese government, Tokyo Regional Government, and Games Organizing Committee to get it done. Coates is also president of the Australian Olympic Committee and added that the reaction of his country's athletes to the postponement had been inspirational.
Dejan Lovren's 6-year career with Liverpool appears to be drawing to an end, with the defender close to joining Zenit St. Petersburg for €12 million. Here are more details.
Liverpool recently took up an option to extend the Croatian international's contract by 12 months to 2022, protecting his value before an expected transfer and dashing suitors' hopes of signing the experienced defender on a cut-price deal. Lovren has made 15 appearances for Jurgen Klopp's team this season, including 9 starts in the Premier League title-winning campaign, but is keen to secure more regular first-team football, with Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez and Joel Matip ahead of him in the pecking order. The 31-year-old, who signed from Southampton for £20 million in 2014, has made 185 appearances for Liverpool, but is close to finalizing terms with the Russian champions.
And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has warned that a lapse of concentration could cost Manchester United Champions League qualification at Leicester City on a Sunday.
A point would guarantee United a top 4 finish, while victory would confirm Solskjaer's side in third. And though they could still claim Champions League football if they lose against Leicester and Chelsea are beaten by Wolves, the manager insists his team will not play for a draw. The Norwegian side looked fatigued in the 1-1 draw with West Ham on Wednesday, as they've done in the past fortnight, with a lack of defensive concentration allowing Southampton a 96th-minute equaliser on 13th of July. But Solskjaer is sure his players will be roused on Sunday. We're going to it with a strong frame of mind. We have one more game this season, he said.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin for tonight. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. Thank you for watching and good night.